Hi guys, it's hip day today. So for this class, be useful if you have around a couple of yoga blocks and your yoga strap. We're going to start by lying down on our belly into this pose I call Shavasana Tube. So your arms are going to be in a cactus shape, and then you're going to bring your right leg out to the side. So your right knee is in line with your hip and your heel is in line with your knee. So you got a 90-degree angle on your knee joint. And then you place your head, you're facing the left side of your body, facing your left hand. And you close your eyes. Give yourself a moment here to check in with yourselves. Check in with your body. Check in with your breath. Feel your torso pressing down against the ground as you inhale. Feel your back body lowering as you exhale. As you breathe and lie down. Feel that gentle stretch that you're already getting here on your right groin. Allow no resistance. Feel the right hip going heavier on every exhalation. Then we straighten the right leg. And then we're going to bring the left knee out to the side. So left heel in line with the knee, knee in line with the hip. Facing now the right side of your body. Now notice the difference between sides. How different is the rotation of your neck in comparison to facing left. How is your hip? Do you feel your left hip a little bit higher, a little bit lower? Notice these little differences. And then go back to tuning into your body, to your breath. You may notice that your breath is starting to become slower and deeper, smoother, as you start to pay attention to it. Feel the body becoming heavier with every exhalation. Allow your tummy press against the floor with every inhalation. Then you straighten your left leg. And we're going to bring the right knee out to the side again. For this, I actually think would be a good idea to have a blanket underneath your knee, especially if you have hard flooring. It can be nice and comfortable having a blanket underneath that. So, having the right knee out to the side in line with the hips. Bring your right hand under your shoulder and then keep the lower ribs in so your abdominals are nice and engaged. Your bottom is in as much as you can. You're going to keep your right knee on the floor, flex the right foot, and then keep flexing your right foot so much that you can, if you touch your calf here, you're going to really feel it hardening. You're going to lift your right knee off the floor. You're going to lift your right foot off the floor. And it can go as far as this, and that's okay. See where your foot is going to stop on that rotation. You can go here. Maybe it can go past the 90-degree angle. And when we find that place, we stop. And then we come back. We're just checking in how our rotation, our hip rotations are. And then from here, come back to your 90-degree angle on the floor, flexing the foot, lift the foot a little bit higher than your knee, and then you're going to keep your abdominals engaged, keep your bottom in, you're going to press your knee against the floor. Breathe here. And you're going to really feel your buttocks engaging here. You're going to feel your glutes engaging big time. And release. And then we place the foot on the floor, and you're going to press both the foot and the knee on the floor. Your bottom is going to lift a bit. It's okay. Keep pressing. You're waking up the inner thigh muscles as well. And release. And bring your leg back to center. Have a shake. And then we do the other side. I'm going to turn this way so you can see. Back into my cactus arms. I'm going to bring my left knee out to the side in line with my hip. Heel in line with the knee. Left hand under my shoulder so I can see what I'm doing. And I get myself some support. Engage your abdominal muscles. Keep your bottom in. Flex the left foot. Keep the left foot flexing and engaging that calf. And then left knee glued to the floor. You're lifting the left foot. And see how that rotation is compared to your right foot. I'm stopping here. So my left leg is tighter than the right. And then from here, we come back to our Shavasana Tube position. And then keeping the left foot flexed, belly in, lift your foot off the floor a little bit, and then gently press your left knee onto the floor. See if your buttocks are waking up here. And then both knee and foot. You squeeze them down. It's like you're trying to push the floor away with your inner thigh muscles. With your foot, your inner foot, with your inner knee. And hopefully your adductor muscles are engaging here. And we release. And then we straighten the left leg, keeping the belly down. Bring the forehead to the floor. Or you can have one hand on top of the other here for support. And then from here, bend your right knee, flex your right foot. Keep your right foot flexed here and try to reach your bottom with your right heel. Go as far as you can. Keeping the right foot flexed. See if you can reach more. And then release. And then flex the left foot. Keep your left foot flexed. And see if you can find your left bottom here with your left heel. You're going to see that the bottom of your thigh, the side where it meets the knee, starts to lift. Keep your belly engaged. And release. Flex the right foot. And then bring your right heel above the knee. And then from here, Can you lift your thigh off the floor? Press the top of your left foot down. Keep your belly in. And release. Flex the left foot. Bring your left heel above the knee. Pressing the top of your right foot down. Engaging the belly so you're not tilting the pelvis forwards. You're keeping the pelvis into a neutral position. You lift the left thigh off the floor. It's like you're trying to push the ceiling away with your left foot. And release. And then we come to lie on our back. You can hug your knees to the chest just for a bit of a counter stretch. Rock from side to side. And then we're going to place the feet down. And then from here we're going to turn to our right. Use the right hand here to support your head. Left foot under the left knee to support yourself. Right foot, right leg out to the side into a 90-degree angle. So you're going to press the right thigh on the floor. Keep your abdominal muscles engaged. Flex the right foot. And let's test the rotation on the internal rotation of your right leg. Make sure your right knee is in line with your hip. And again, don't force it. Press the left foot down to support you. Keep the right foot flexed. And see where your foot stops. So your bottom is not dropping. It's not lifting. You're keeping your body into a neutral position. Keep the engagement of your core here. Keep the engagement of your buttocks. And all we're trying to do is to watch the rotation of your thigh. And then we release. And then we're going to do the other side. So we're going to turn to your left. Support your head with your left hand. Have your left knee out to the side. Support your body with your right foot. Right hand in front of you. Flex the left foot. Keep the left thigh nice and solid on the floor. Right buttocks are engaging here. You're going to lift the left foot off the floor. And as before, my rotation is slightly less on the left leg. No surprise here. What is happening with your hip rotation? And then from here, we're going to come back to lie on our back. I'm going to turn that way again. You're going to want to use your blocks now. So get your one block is enough. You're going to lie on the back. Before we go on the block, hug the right knee to the chest. Squeeze it nice and close. And then bring that right knee above your hip. Keep the right foot flexed. So you see the calf waking up again. Belly button in. You're going to press your hands against your thigh and your thigh against your hands. Breathe here. It's not full on power here. We put in about 30%, yeah? We're waking up the muscles, not torturing them. And then release. Squeeze that right leg in again. And then we're going to place the block out to the side. Lift that right foot. Keep it flexed. And then we're going to bring that right leg to rest on your block. If you're quite open on your hips, you can go a bit low on the block. Yeah. Keep pressing the left foot in. Again, engage your core. And then can you press your thigh against your block? Keep breathing. And then release. And then bring that right knee back to your chest. And then release. And then we're going to bring that leg out to the other side. So I'm turning again. And you're going to lower the left knee. Place the block. The block is place the block on the left side now. And then we're going to we're rolling to lie on the left. Going to bring the left thigh over the block. So now you're placing the inner knee over your block. Lying on this side, make yourself nice and supported. Right hip above the left, right hand supporting you. Support yourself, support your head with your arm, your left arm, and then gently squeeze the block with your right leg, making sure your foot is flexed, make sure your belly is in. Breathe. Feel your flexors all working here. And release. And then we roll on the back. And let's do the other side. So you're going to squeeze the left knee onto your chest. Then bring the left knee above your hip. Flex the foot. Place your hands over your thigh. And then supporting yourself, right foot is solid on the floor. Belly in, core is engaged. Press your hands against your thigh and your thigh against your hands. 30% power. And then release. And then we're going to lift that left foot one more time. And then we're going to rotate the thigh outwards to rest the leg over the block. Pressing the right foot down. Keep the left foot flexed. Keep the belly in. Squeeze the block with your outer thigh. Breathe. So you're going to feel your right buttocks here waking up as well. Keep pressing it down. And then release. And we do the other side. Inwards. Straighten the right leg. Like having this block on the highest position for this one. Under the knee. Flex the foot. Support your head with your right arm. Support your body with your left arm. Left foot is flexed. And from here, press your left thigh against your block. Keep your core engaged. Breathe. Making sure your heel is in line with your knee. And then release. And then we come back to lie on our back. Bring the heels above. Bring the heels under the knees. And then we're going to place the block in between our thighs. Abdominal muscles engaged. Again, obviously. You're going to squeeze that block with your thighs. Stay here, breathing here. Feel what is happening as with your pelvic floor, with your belly, your lower belly muscles as you squeeze that block. Breathing, as well as engaging your core. There's a space for both. And we release. And we squeeze. And release. One more time. Squeeze. Great pelvic floor exercise. And release. And we put the block out to the side. And then from here, have your arms alongside your body. And feel the natural curves of your spine here. And then we're going to do some pelvic tilts. You're going to turn, you're going to bring your belly button towards the floor, towards the ceiling, lifting, tilting your pelvis forward. So you're making that space between your sacrum and the floor bigger. And then we're going to tilt the pelvis back. Tailbone going towards the ceiling, belly button going towards the floor. Can you find your breath here, the rhythm of your breath? Can we move with it? From your own exploration, when does it feel natural to inhale? When does it feel natural to exhale? Find that rhythm and work with it at your own pace, at your own time. And then we come to neutral spine. Let's find our strap. Obviously, if you have really open hamstrings, you might not need the strap, but let's use it for this class here, for this purpose. You're going to place the strap over the ball of your foot. And then extend your right leg up towards the ceiling, keeping the right hip above the hip socket. So we're trying to get into a 90-degree angle here. So like if we're here, that's okay. We're working on it. But if we're here, let's try to tone down a little bit and stay on the 90 degrees. You can keep your left leg straight, bent for the time being. Or you can straighten the left leg. Press the top of your left thigh onto the floor. Left heel onto the floor. Floating the foot. If you've got a long strap here, you can bring your elbows to the floor, keeping the chest nice and open. Let's breathe here for a moment. You can also play with the angle of your ankle here. You can flex the foot, feel the deepening of the stretch on the back of your leg. You can point, and then we float, staying halfway between flexing and pointing. And then from here, you're going to grab both ends of your belt with your right hand. Place the left hand on your hip here, making sure, just to remind that left hip, you've got to stay anchored. So keeping the left hip down, bring that right leg now past that 90-degree angle, if it's there for you. Just a tiny bit, we're not going too far here, too wide here. And then we're going to guide that right leg out to the side on your right, keeping the left hip anchored. Rolling the right thigh out. Don't let your right foot collapse, but keep bringing it towards your right here. Breathe here. Left and right are doing totally different things. And then we come back to center. And then we're going to change the grip of our hands. Bring the right arm out to the side. And then we're going to bring that right leg towards the floor on your left. Now, keep extending through your heel. Gaze towards your right hand here. Lengthen the right hip away from your shoulders, away from the upper body. Rotate your right thigh inwards a little bit. And then we're back to center. And release your right foot. Let's get the left foot. And then one more time here. Remember, we're trying to keep the heel, we're trying to keep the thigh bone above the hip socket. Feel the weight of your thigh bone towards the floor. Option to straighten the right leg. option to keep it bent. So from here, keep the right leg engaged. Press the ball of your foot against the belt, or the ball of your left foot. And then we flex the foot. Ooh, feel the calf. And then we point. And then we float. Stay here in between. Feel slight internal rotation of your left leg. Slight internal rotation of your right. And then from here, grabbing the belt with both ends of the belt with your left hand, right hand, weighing the right hip gently. And then we're going to start bringing the left foot towards us a little bit and out to the side on the left, making sure the right hip doesn't lift. Keep bringing the left foot towards your ears. Don't just let it collapse on the floor. And then we come back to center. Change the grip of your hands. Extend your left arm out to the side. And then let's bring that left leg out to the side. Lengthening through your heel. Breathe. Left shoulder is hooked into the floor. The left leg is not collapsing, but it's going towards the right ear. And then we come back to center. Release your belt, put your arm to the side. Give your legs a nice cuddle, a nice squeeze. Rock from side to side. Bring your hands to your knees. You can do some knee circles. To the other side. And then from here, tucking the chin, and then rock back and forth. And eventually we're sitting. And then from here, you can either use your hands, like I'll show with the hands first, and then we try no hands. Push your hands down on the floor to lift your sit bones off the floor. And then memento you, bringing you forwards into your squat. And then bring the hands back down to come to seated. Back up to squat. Down to seated. If you like, if you got the open hips here, you're going to imagine you have a friend pulling you, helping you out to come to squat. And then slowly release your bottom down. Slowly lifting your bottom up. And lifting your bottom down. One more time. Squatting. And sitting. I like one more time. Squatting. And then we sit. Sorry. One more time. Squatting. Hands on the floor in front of you. Lift your heels off the floor. Bring your bottom up towards the ceiling. Keep the knees bent. And let your torso rest over between your inner thighs. Let the head relax and dangle here. Uttanasana. Keep the spine lengthening downwards, sit bones reaching upwards. And then place your hands in the front of your mat. Walk your feet back into a downward facing dog. Feel free to pedal the feet first. And then come to a still dog. Pressing the hands firmly on the floor. Lifting your sit bones back and up. Keep the lower ribs in and your ears in line with your biceps. And then inhale. Bring your right leg all the way back and up into your three-leg dog. Exhale. Flex your right foot and try to reach your bottom with your heel. And then turn towards the right side of your mat, bringing your right hip above the left. Right knee is pointing upwards. And then from here, can you make a few circles? Bring your knee towards your armpit, then away, up, forwards, down, up. And we reverse the circles. And we're back to center. Facing towards your mat, extend your right leg up and back. Bend your right knee one more time. Bring your shoulders above your wrists. Bring your knee towards your nose and step your right foot between your hands into your runner's lunge. And then from here, rock back and forth, cupping the fingers here to give you some extra height. You're going to straighten your right leg, bringing your right toes towards you, keeping the hips in line with each other. Then rebend. Bring the hips back. Runner's lunge. Hips back. Runner's lunge. Then turn your left heel in. Turn your right toes in. Walk your hands all the way to the back of the mat. Runner's lunge here. Rock back and forth. And then straighten the left leg. Bring your hips back. Toes towards you. Rebend your left knee. Runner's lunge. Straighten. Rebend. And straighten. And rebend. And then from here, press your hands down, step your left foot all the way back and up. Flex your left foot, bend your left knee, try to kick your bottom, and then turn towards the left side of your mat. Left knee is facing upwards, and you are facing left. And then from here, bring your left knee towards your armpit, and down and back and up. Big circles. Keeping the left foot flexed, circling on the hip. And should we reverse the circles? Yes, we should. And then we're back into the twist knee up, facing your mat. Extend your left leg, free leg dog. Rebend your left knee, trying to kick your bottom. Bring yourself into that plank shape, knee to nose. And then step your left foot into your runner's lunge. Cup your fingers here and then rock from side to side, keeping the spine nice and long. I'm going to turn to this side so you can see it from this position. From here, you straighten the left leg, bring your toes towards you, bend your knee. Hips back, hips forwards. Hips back, hips forwards. Then bring your right heel in, left toes in, walk your hands all the way to the back of the mat. Runner's lunge. From here, rock from side to side, releasing the groin. And then pressing the ball of your left foot down. Press your right heel down, bring your hips back, lifting the right toes off the floor. Rebend the knee. Come back. And bend, and straighten, and rebend. Press your right hands down, step your right foot all the way back and up into your free-legged dog. Bend the knee, keep your right foot flexing, and then turn towards the right side of your mat. And then come back to center. Bring your right knee to your nose, and then step your right foot through between your hands into your runner's lunge. Inhale here, find length. Lengthen the left heel. Lengthen through the crown of your head. And then as you exhale, turn your left heel in. Extend your left arm up towards the ceiling. Bring your right hand to your shin. And straighten your right leg into your Trikonasana. Very strong on the feet here. Pressing down to get the lift. Feel the right thigh rolling out. can gaze towards your left hand, or you can gaze towards the direction of your chest, gazing forwards. And then look down to your right foot. Bend your right knee above your heel. Extend your right arm out to the side. Arms parallel to the floor into your warrior two. Rolling the right thigh out. Open the chest. Extending through your fingertips. Then you straighten that right leg. Bring your right toes in, heels out. Arms up towards the ceiling. Imagine you're going to close the door with your bottom, bringing your bottom back, bringing your chest forwards. Then place your hands under your shoulders here. Counter stretching through your heels and your sit bones. And then from here, bend your right knee and the left, right, left, right, left, right, and left. And we're back to center. And then bring your hands to your hips. Inhale, come up. Bring your heels in, toes out, roll your thighs out, lower the hips, tailbone tucked in, into your goddess, hands to your heart. Breathe here. Can you lower a little bit more? And then from here, bend, bring your weight towards your right, straighten your left leg. And you're not going to go really low here, you're staying here. Pressing down with your left heel, firm on your right foot. Keep the left thigh rolling out, right thigh rolling out. And then turn your left heel into a crescent lunge. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands by your foot. Inhale, step your right foot all the way back and up into your free leg dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, extend your left leg all the way up. Exhale, bend the knee, keep your left foot flexed. Turn towards the left side of your mat. Left hip above the right. Inhale into your free leg dog. Exhale, step your left foot through between your hands into your runner's lunge. Inhale, find length. Then exhale, turn your right heel. Bring your right hand to your hip. Press down with your left heel. Left hand on your shin. Come up into your Trikonasana. Gazing towards your right hand or towards the direction of your chest. Breathe here. Look down towards your foot. Bring your left knee above the heel. Arms parallel to the floor. Warrior two. Extending through your fingertips. Rolling the left thigh outwards. Pressing through the outer edge of your foot. And then from here, straighten the left leg. Bring your left toes in, heels out. I'm going to face you so you can see me. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, extend your fingertips forwards. And then place your hands, cupped fingers under your shoulders. And then we bend the left knee. And then we bend the right. Left, right. A few times, releasing the joints. And then we're back to center. Hands on your hips, push down with your feet to come up. Heels in, toes out. Rolling your thighs out. Lowering the hips into your goddess. Hands into your heart center. Breathe here for a moment. And then you start transferring your weight onto your left leg. Straightening the right. And stay here for a moment. Find your stabilizing muscles here. Your calves, your thighs, your glutes. Solid. And then watch your balance. You're going to, strong on the left leg, you're going to rotate your right heel So you're facing the front of your mat into your Crescent Lunge. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands by your left foot. Step your left foot all the way back and up into your free leg dog. Then lower into your downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg reaches back and up. Flex your right foot, bend your right knee, turn towards the right side of your mat. Face forwards again, extend your right leg, free leg dog. Rebend the knee, step your right foot forwards between your hands, runner's lunge. Inhale, find extension. Then exhale, turn your left heel in, toes in. So your left foot is more or less parallel to the back of the mat, but with the toes in. Press down with your feet, bring your left hand to your hip, left shoulder above the right. Press down with your right foot, straighten your right leg, bring your right hand to your shin. Or you can have it on the floor, depends on your practice. And keeping the chest open, inhale, left arm up towards the ceiling. Trikonasana. Look down to your foot, bend your right knee, push down with your feet to come up into your warrior two. Open chest, nice and proud. Push down with your right heel, straighten your right leg, then bring your toes in. So the feet are more or less parallel with each other, but the toes are in. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, reach forwards and down into your Prasarita Padottanasana. Can stay here if you like. You can walk your hands by your feet. Press down with your hands, shoulders away from the ears. Reach down with your head. Your head doesn't need to touch the floor. Keep opening the back of your legs. Keep the spine nice and long as you can. And then walk your hands forwards again under your shoulders. Press down with your feet, cup your fingers for extra height. Engage all of that area that we've been working at the beginning. Your pelvis, your lower belly muscles, your hip flexors. Bring your hands to your hips. Come up. Heels in, toes out. Lower the hips into your goddess. Hands to your heart. Tailbone in. Front of the body is nice and long. And then from here, press down with your left hand. Start transferring your weight onto your right. We might be able to go a little bit deeper. Can we lean on towards the right a little bit more? Bring your right hand by your right foot. Turn your left heel out. So we're a bit like in a side angle pose. So why not extend your left arm up towards the ceiling? You can always stay here with your forearm by your thigh. And from here, bring your left hand to meet your right. Turn your left foot. Bring your right foot out a little bit. And then we in lizard lunge. Extend your body with a big inhalation. Release the knee with an exhalation. And then I'm turning this side so you can see again. So in your lizard lunge, peel the inside edge of your foot off the floor, bringing your right knee out to the side. And then bring the knee in, hugging your body with your inner thigh. And then bring the knee out. And then bring it in. And then out one more time. And then in. And I'm back here so you can see what we're doing next. From here, bring your right hand to your thigh. Keep pressing down with your left hand. Engage your left shoulder so you're not sinking down on the joint here. Turn so your right shoulder is above the left. And then, again, if you have sensitive knees, you can always put a blanket under your left knee. Gazing over your shoulder, your right shoulder. Keep your right foot flexed and then see if you can reach your bottom with your right heel. And then lower. And then reach. Last class we were pointing, so we're doing something different here today. And lower. Right foot still flexed. Reach your bottom. Can we stay here? See if you can reach us a bit more with the power of your hamstrings. Maybe we can find the foot here with the hands, and then we can resist the foot away from us, making sure your right knee is still in, it's not swaying out. And then we change the grip on our hands. See if we can bring that heel a little bit closer to our buttocks. And then you slowly release. Bring the right foot to the center, right hand out to the side. Step your right foot back and up into your three-leg dog. Then release your right foot down, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg reaches back and up. Exhale, flex your left foot, turn so your left hip's above the right. Inhale, extend your left leg facing the mat. Exhale, step your left foot through between your hands into your runner's lunge. Inhale, find length. Then exhale, rotate your left heel in. Then bring your right hand to your hip. Press down with your left foot to straighten the left leg. Left hand on your shin or on the floor. Inhale, right arms reach up. Trikonasana. Feel the left thigh rolling out. Shoulders away from the ears. And then from here, keep looking at your left foot. Bend your left knee. Push down with your feet. Come up into your warrior two. Nice and strong on the legs. Nice and proud on the chest. Straighten your left leg. Turn your toes in. Heels out. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, keep lifting your sit bones as you lengthen your body forward. Then release it down. You can walk your hands back in line with your feet, or you can grab your big toes here with your index and your middle finger. Elbows out to the side. Lift your bottom as you reach down with your head. Breathe here for a moment. Then, as you inhale, bring your body parallel to the floor, cupped fingers underneath you. Engage your core muscles. Bring your hands to your hips. Inhale to come up. Bring your heels in, toes out. Roll your thighs out. Lower the hips. Goddess. Again, we go a tiny bit lower here. Breathe. Then start transferring your weight onto your left. Leaning towards the left, going a little bit deeper on that side lunge. Maybe you can reach your hand, your fingertips onto the floor, or you can keep your hand, you can keep your arm over your thigh. Turn your right heel outwards, toes in. Inhale, extend your right arm up towards the ceiling. And then as you exhale, bring your right hand to meet the left. Turn your heel, your back heel, so it's facing backwards now. Bring your left foot out a little bit more. Press the hands down into our lizard lunge. Find lengthen here. So counter stretching through the crown of your head to your right heel. And then place the right knee on the floor. From here, you can keep the right foot pointed or flexed. It depends on how comfortable it feels on your knee. Bring your left knee out to the side, peeling the inside edge of your foot off the floor. Then gently squeeze your upper arm with your inner thigh. Then bring your knee out. Then bring your knee in. Then knee out. And then knee in. Keep pressing your right hand to the floor. Bring your left hand to your thigh. Flex your foot behind you. Turn as you exhale. So your left shoulder is above the right. You're gazing over your left shoulder. Keeping the foot flexed. Keeping the left knee in. Try to reach your bottom with your right heel. Then lower. Then in. Then lower. And lift it. Try to reach your bottom a little bit closer. And see if you can find your ankle here with your hands. And then gently resist the foot away from you. And then we change the grip. Pressing the top of your foot. Bringing that heel closer to your bottom. And then you slowly release. Placing the left hand now on the outside. And the left knee on the inside, in the center. Lift your right knee off the floor. Bring your left foot all the way back and up. Then release it down. Bring your knees as wide as the mat towards the floor. Big toes touching. Sitting on your heels. Child's pose. Relax here for a moment. Catching up with the breath. You can cup your fingers and press down with your fingertips so you're lengthening the sides of your body, bringing the sit bones towards the heels a little bit more. And then we release the arms and relax again. And we come seated, bringing the hands towards the knees. So you can do that, or you can just roll your legs forwards and come to seated. I like pressing the hands down. Cup the fingers down, tuck the toes behind you, and then lift the knees off the floor. Come into the squatting, rolling on your toes, and then landing the sit bones on the floor. Extend your legs forwards in front of you. From here, I'm gonna turn this way so you can see me better. With the legs straight in front of you. Supporting yourself with your hands behind you. Keep the spine lifted. Feel the sit bones on the ground. Bend both your knees in front of you. Then you're going to lift your right foot, flex your right foot, lower the left knee a little bit more. Keep the right foot flexed. And remember that rotation of your thigh. You're going to rotate your thigh out and then place the heel, the right heel over the left thigh. And then from here, keeping the right foot really flexed here, you can start bringing the left heel closer to you. Body, the upper body is nice and lifted. This might be enough. We can stay here, and that's great. This is already a big hip opener as it is. But if you feel that you can go further and you need to go further, you can bring the left heel closer to you. You can walk your hands closer to you. Start sandwiching that right leg. You might be able to hug it with your arms. So bringing the inner elbows towards your knee and your foot. Interlacing the fingers or bringing your hands on top of each other. And bring the leg towards your chest. Remember, the movement here is coming from your outer right hip, not the knee joint. As soon as the rotation here stops, you're forcing your leg towards your chest, the movement is going to come from here, and we do not want that. So make sure this is not moving, but this is where we're moving. You can straighten the left leg, and you can rock from side to side. And come back to stillness. Lift the chest. And then you can rebend the left knee, carefully placing the right leg over your left thigh. Support yourself again. And then bring the right knee out, then in, and place your foot on the floor. So now we're going to do the other side. Flex the left foot, lift it off the floor. Lower your right knee a little bit more, and then rotate your left thigh outwards to place the ankle over your right thigh. Keep the left foot flexed, it's very important. Keep the left thigh rotating outwards, so you can bring the knee away from you a bit. And then from here, bring your right heel in. Stay there, get used to the pose, get used to the shape. Maybe instead that you can go a bit further. Maybe you can walk your hands a bit closer. Then we can cuddle our shin. Remember the rotation from the outer hip, never from the knee. Keep the left foot flexed. You can straighten the right leg, and you can rock from side to side. And then from here, rebend your right knee. With the foot still flexed, carefully place your left shin over your thigh. And then lower the right knee a little bit more to allow you more movement. You can bring the left knee out, in, and then place your left foot on the floor. Now bring your right heel by your left outer hip. Bring your left leg over, so left heel goes by the right outer hip. Hug that left shin nice and close, the left leg nice and close to you. Keep hugging it with your right arm, and then place your left cupped fingers behind you, by your sacrum. And then turn, bringing your left shoulder back, right shoulder forwards, looking over your left shoulder. Option here to hook your right elbow against your thigh, pointing the fingers up towards the ceiling. Inhale, feel the expansion on your chest. Exhale, feel the twist. And then we release. Uncross the legs. And then we're going to place the left heel by the outer right hip, bringing the right leg over, right heel by the left outer hip. Keep hugging that leg nice and close to you with your left arm. Right hand behind you. Turn your shoulders. Looking over your right shoulder. Inhale. Expand. Exhale. Feel the twist. Option to hook your left elbow against your right thigh. Fingers pointing up towards the ceiling. And then release. Uncross the legs. Let's come to lie on our back. Good to have the block here for a moment. Just for one, I will show you what we're gonna do. Legs in front of you, arms in front of you. Shorten the space between your lower ribs and your navel. And you slowly roll yourself as slow as you can into a line on your back. From here, we're going to get the block and you're going to place like height-ways between your thighs. Bring your heels closer to your buttocks and then pressing the hands on the floor by the side of your body. Press the feet down parallel to each other. Inhale, lift your hips up. Keep squeezing your block. Interlace your fingers behind your back and then tuck the shoulders underneath you. Press the hands down and see if you can lift a little bit more. Breathe here, lengthening the front of your body. Engaging the back of your legs, the back of your thighs. And then you slowly release. Release your arms. Release your body from the upper back to the lower back. Place your block away. And then extend your left leg. Bring your right heel in a little bit more. Extend your right arm out to the side. And then with your left hand, guide your right thigh towards the floor on your left. Bring your gaze towards your right. And stay here for a moment. Feel the expansion on the right side of your body as you breathe in. Feel the right leg getting heavier as you breathe out. Then we come back to center. Bend the left knee, straighten the right. Extend your left arm to the side. Bring that left heel a little bit closer to your bottom if it's testable for you. Then bring your right hand over your leg and then gently guide it towards the floor on your right. Gaze left. Left shoulder is rooted, is glued to the ground. Find your breath and feel the micro movement your breath brings to your body. And then we come back to center. Bend both your knees for a moment. Bring your feet together. And then extend your heels away from you. Extend your arms away from you. Give yourself a nice big stretch. And then as you exhale, let the thighs roll out. Let the arms rest alongside your body, palms facing out. Tucking the chin slightly and the back of your neck will be free. Let your throat be free. Release your jaws. Relax your thighs, relax your arms. Relax your feet and your calves. Relax your whole body, your back body, your front body. Shavasana time. It's time now to let it go. Let the ground carry you, support your whole weight. Relax here. Let it go of any tension, any part of the body that's holding up here. Spot it and allow it to release with your own awareness, with your breath. Remember, you can stay here for as long as you like. You can press pause or you can just let the video roll on. Otherwise, you give yourself a nice big inhalation, followed by a nice big exhalation. Wriggle your toes and your fingers. And then we give ourselves that nice big stretch like waking up in the morning. Bring one knee to the chest. Inhale here. And as you exhale, lift your head. Squeeze your knee nice and close to you. And then release. Extend your leg and change. Bring the other knee to the chest. Inhale. And as you exhale, curl up into a little ball. And release. And then bring both your knees to the chest and rock from side to side. And then you rock all the way to your right. And stay here for a few moments. Let go of your legs. You can use your hands as pillow for your face. Appreciating, enjoying and milking all that lovely stillness and peacefulness we just created within ourselves. And then nice and still and slow, bring yourself into a comfortable seated position. Bring your hands to your heart center. Allow your eyes closed one more time. And take note of the lovely buzzing feeling that moving your body in different ways and directions gives to you. That your practice gives to you. Inhale and lift the chest. Exhale, bow the head. And salute that feeling. Salute yourselves and your practice. Thanks for practicing with me today. Namaste.